Yo, you know what it is, man. The Live is Cloud radio show on the planet, man. Straight from the E-Block Radio, live on your dial right this moment. I got my man Monk Money in the building.
You know it.
And of course, you got your man, the Hood Howard Stern, holding it down, man. But right now, we got the man himself. D.Coney has come to the block. Man, what up, though? Bro, we've been trying to get this dude here for so long.
It's been a minute.
For sure. D.Coney, hey, look, we always give a shout out for our Instagram, Twitter, and all that stuff. So, of course, you can hit up my man, Monk Money, Real Monk Money, myself at Hood Howard Stern. Now, D.Coney, tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
Y'all can find me on everything at D.Coney Art. We doing that artwork. Remember Coney Island, you in the D.
Right.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You can remember that. Remember D.
Right.
D, Detroit. So D.Coney Art. Throw it together. There you go.
For
and
sure.
on YouTube, it's just D.Coney, baby.
Right, for sure. And Law, you are Googleable, all right? I don't know if that's a word. I don't know if it's a word.
We just did it.
Googleable.
It's right there.
Yeah, if you
It's
Google
now.
D.Coney Art, all his artwork come up and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to get into that in a moment. If you check us out, cold-blooded, for real. If you check us out right now, right there underneath Daniel Coney, all right? That is his social media moniker, right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, but look, before we jump into everything, too, that shirt, though. That shirt is something too, right?
Yeah, this shirt is something, man. You know, this year I decided I wanted to really be the best version of me I could be.
For sure.
And I've been doing a lot of self-development and all that good stuff, but really, it's mind and body.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So people that know me before, you know, we go back to Comcast.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And that's when I first started getting the fitness going, but I lost it. You know, life happens and
man, life always happens. Life been happening to me for a long time.
So.
Never mind. Anyway.
But you rocking it. You know, big fella sing.
Yeah, we here right now.
So yeah, my man's over at Dominating Bodies. He's training me now. So today was the first day, got it in. So y'all follow my man's Marcel at Dominating Bodies. And yeah, we just gonna dominate this shit, man.
For sure. How long he been doing that?
Man, Marcel, he been doing it for a minute, man. Y'all go to his page, y'all gonna see, bro, like his morning workout, like
his morning workout, like your whole day workout.
Yeah, he's like, I'm about to knock out some sit-ups real quick. He had the bungee cord doing sit-ups. So I'm like, bro,
maybe not.
We starting tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not ready.
No, for real, I ain't ready for that shit.
But it was good, man. We had a good workout. He sized me up, see what I was doing, and we got a good plan going.
That's what's up, man. And so, like, just not even that, the hat too, right? The hat is you, right? I was gonna say the hat is you, right?
Actually, the brand, man. Shout out to my brother, my younger brother, Aaron. Yeah.
Okay.
Long story short, Aaron, what's up?
Right.
We got a lot of stuff going. He's got a couple branches out there in LA. We probably get into it today, but Hustle Matters is pretty much everybody's Hustle Matters.
Right.
So everybody can kind of see now this year is like an action year. If you ain't taking action, it's like you just talking.
Exactly.
So it's like get on your hustle, whatever you're passionate about. Get
whatever
on
that
it.
is,
and it matters. Like you have a stamp in this earth, you have a stamp in this world, and we just trying to push it. Like whatever it is, go after it relentlessly, and shit, your shit can happen too.
For sure.
So hustle matters, man.
That's the most important thing. The hustle is what matters, and following your dreams too. Yeah. Right now, obviously, that's something you're doing right now. So I gotta ask you this: what led you to really? Because from what I understand, like we'll go further into it, but you kind of really did jump ship from corporate America, like to go full force into this.
Do what you love.
Yeah.
What stopped you from being scared? Because I know that's what stopped most people is fear. Like, what stopped you from saying, you know what, I'm about to do it?
That's to be honest with you, I just got sick of it, man. I got sick of it.
I feel you.
I definitely feel you.
I mean, you get to that point where hopefully you're blessed enough to get to that point where you get tired enough to take action. And for me, I was in different jobs, Comcast. You know, shout out to Comcast. Everybody showed me love, so I have no like ill will towards none of these companies. But it's just I always felt out of place. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I've always had like a sales background. I've always been good with people, and I like people's stories. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like Comcast for so long, because you know once you get past the frustration, you get to hear what's important to people.
And it can be frustrating. It can be frustrating.
It's like, man, what's in this cup? But no, I got tired of it, man. It's like I went from one thing to another, and kept doing the same thing. And I just said, you know what? Shit, I can always come back to this.
Right.
I'm just gonna put it. I do everything with my everything.
Right.
So it's like my all, and that's really the brand that I'm launching now. And you kind of see, I kind of keep it under locks right now, but it's the all or nothing brand. D.Coney's all or nothing.
Right. Well, yeah, I've been seeing it on the YouTube.
So I'm just kind of like feeding it out there, but that's really what it comes to. I was like, I'm gonna put it all on the line, or I'm not.
Right.
And I'm gonna stay here.
Right. Ain't gonna be no in between.
Ain't no in between. And once I took that rug from up out of me, you know, God's been good, man, to help me the avenues to do it. But it's been a great journey. Yeah. I
mean, what sparked it though? Cause I everybody want to, like, everybody got a passion. Everybody like, you know what, I can do this, I can do that. But like, what? Usually it's something that just kick you in the ass. Like, you know what? Damn, I gotta do it. Like, what was it a defining moment, or you just kind of?
It was, and I'm gonna omit some parts. Because,
oh shit! Okay.
Because I don't want to get in trouble. But the highlight of it was God kind of has a way of choking. When I made a decision that I was like, I prayed, man. I was like, God, I want this, man. Yeah. I want people to see my gift. You know what I'm saying? I want people to see what I can, what I have, really just beating inside.
Word.
And it got to the point where it's like when I made that prayer, it was a real prayer. Like, man, God, you know, what the fuck?
Right. Exactly. Tell me what's happening.
I was like, God, you know, that's how I talk every day. So I'm not gonna come to you and say something different. And that was the realest prayer I ever prayed.
For sure.
And ever since then, He started choking the life out of corporate America, where I had to leave, man. They started messing with my bonus.
Oh, see.
They messed with my bonus, and then they messed with some other money where I would end up I had to leave for a little bit for some health reasons and stuff, and I was gonna end up owing them.
See, and that's when you find out about corporate America. When you can't work, it's when you find out what they really about, man.
Yeah, that happened at a previous corporation too, and you know, it was just I didn't know what I was doing, and you know, I ended up having to pay back from my check, which was cool. I was like, that's fair, but this time I was like, man, I'm gonna be in the hole for like 2 months, man. So I was like, man, screw it. You know what I'm saying? God was like, just jump.
Yeah.
And ever since then, it's like I jumped from lily pad to lily pad.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's still tough. Don't let these dominating hustle matter. It's still rough. I'm still counting coins to put in the gas tank. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't. My needs is met, man. I ain't even mad about it.
I feel you. So, I mean, obviously you've been doing this for a while. I mean, you can tell from the art, you know what I'm saying, that you've been doing it for a while. But I guess, too, another question, not just what made you jump, but, like, what would you tell, like, your younger self at this point? Like, if you had a chance to do it over, would you have jumped sooner, or do you think you just made the perfect decision at the perfect time? And then again, you know what? Maybe you can't answer that because that was God's decision, I guess, at some point.
It was, but, you know, I think, like, from the wisdom that I've gotten thus far, and I'm learning every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't stop. I take from you, I take from Monk, you know what I'm saying? I take from everybody. So it don't stop. But whatever, I could go back and, like, you know, back to the future myself. You know? or more updated, if I could flash myself, Barry Allen myself, I would tell myself really, you know, cut out some of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
No, ain't that the truth?
That and to believe in myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck what everybody else thinks about me. And really go in on me and learn. Like, because a lot of times, and I feel bad for this generation, I empathize. I shouldn't say feel bad, but I empathize with them because, you know, a lot of times that view of self is real important. So I just, now they got social media.
I think social media ruined it for that because you don't even get a chance to create your own image, like because you're too busy trying to mold an image to show everybody else.
Unless you have like a strong foundation at home or like at church or basketball or group where you could just like you good, like I don't care what y'all think. If you can get that early, man, you win.
You get that early at the crib. You're supposed to be
at the crib. 100%.
Hey, he about to go in. He always say that.
I seen his face.
Yeah, like that's right, basically where it comes from.
He say everything started at the crib.
You get molded. That's where you get molded at.
Yeah.
And that's where you get all your foundation and all your support should be right in there. You know what I mean? And if it ain't there, then you have motherfuckers go crazy. You know?
Right, and everything else. Right.
And they're like, what happened?
Exactly.
Like,
you know what happened.
No job. Parent.
Right.
You trying to be their best friend and shit. No, you whoop their ass.
Whoop their ass. Man. Shake it in, because my mama got into me, bro. It was my mama more than it was my pops. He just sit there and look at you and shit like, what you want me to do, nigga?
Yeah. That's how I used to be back in the day, though.
It's really me.
A mama could discipline anybody in the neighborhood, too, not just their kids. You know, that changed, too.
See, that wasn't my testimony. I grew up.
He said, oh, shit, that what it is.
Like, I feel you, like, that's how it is, but, like, my mom was a little bougie. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom was kind of uppity, but my dad, he was from this side of the town. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was on. He had people everywhere. Southwest Detroit. Oh shit! You know what I'm saying? You know.
As soon as you say Southwest, I already know what's up.
And then, like, fortunately, like, even in move over to the West Side, like the house I'm in now is my grandmother's house where he grew up. So it's kind of cool. But my dad, he was.
Yeah.
You know, play with him. And then my grandmother, I was blessed to know my grandmother, man. Yeah. She was crazy, man. Yeah. So
they had to be, though. Coming from where they came from, they had to be.
She had a drinking problem for a while, but she came to know the Lord later on, so that was cool. But man, I get that. Now,
was she from up here or down south?
No, she's from up here.
Oh, where?
Yeah. Shout out to the Coneys, you know what I'm saying? But my mom, she wasn't like that. Yeah. But my kids now, they look at like this. My daddy crazy. Like, they had the most fun with me. I'm the best dad ever. Like they had the most fun with me, but because I'm animated, I do voices and stuff. My daughter, man, them girls, man. Yeah. Them girls, man. My daughter.
Yeah, because they the ones you got to be worried about, dog. I mean, you got to be worried about the dudes too. Yeah. But I mean, like for the girls, it's like. The generations is so different, dog. Like I think they dealing with some shit that girls in our generation didn't have to deal with necessarily. Not at that young of an age though. Like
my daughter's 4, bro, going on like 8.
He's like, 8. And she double up every time.
The leader, like Bernie Mac. She the ring leader. Yeah. Layla is the ring leader, and she will look at you. She will grim she been grimming niggas since she came out. Literally, she came out and looked everybody up and down, looked the doctors up and down like. And she does that now. She'll try me. I'm like, girl, we will make another one.
Right. Get rid of your ass.
She look at you like you short and shit like.
I get with her, and she don't do it now. She like, yeah, I see it. I got that from you. I'm like, anything. I told her. She's smart. We had conversations. Say, anytime you think you can try me, remember you got it from me.
Right, so you already know it already.
I would take you to school. She like,
that's what a lot of these kids don't understand. Ain't none of this shit new, man. Ain't none of this shit new, dog.
Mama, like, shout out to her moms and everything, you know, wife and everything, but her moms and grandma and all them, they love them, coddle them. I'm like, yeah. Y'all get all that. Y'all getting that toughness right here.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it's got to be.
You know?
Man, tell me about it. That's what the world can give you. Yeah, you want to give it to them before they get outside that door.
I don't want nobody else giving it to them. I don't want no dudes. I don't want the police. Or something. Like, I have well-mannered kids, and I strive.
That's going to make them fucking grounded. Yeah. And they're going to feed off of what you doing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All the, all the art you putting out here, you know what I'm saying? They're going to feed off that, dog. And that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, man.
And that's what we need to start doing, you know what I'm saying? As parents and as artists.
As a culture.
As a culture.
It's a culture. Shit, yeah, it's a culture.
Put it in them right now, you know what I mean? And that's how the, white folk get over, you know what I'm saying? That shit embedded in them, bro.
They do that from the get.
From the jump.
Exactly.
Out the womb. So, we need to start being cuddy buddy and friends with these motherfuckers and guide them in the right direction.
Right.
You still do that, because I am too. I'm a fun dad. I play karate like a mama. That's our favorite.
right. My kids Power Rangers all day.
Right. I'm on karate like a motherfucker. So, you know what I mean? So.
But I think that's important though, like not to interrupt, like I think like just kind of piggybacking off what you said, when you give them that discipline, they respect that more and they feel the love. Like even at an early age, my kids know that I love them more than anything, but they respect me.
Right, and that's necessary.
Yeah, that's necessary.
Because that respect, like this take a little bit deeper. That respect for authority will get you fucked up in the real world. Like that disrespect for authority. Yeah. So like if you don't learn how to respect authority at home, I mean, the police killing niggas. I hope y'all didn't forget. The police killing niggas, right?
And so I would hate for my kid to be in one of them situations and not know how to carry themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and it is a thing. No matter how you want to act like, we want to act like we getting everything equal. It's not equal. No. And there is a way that you gonna have to approach getting pulled over by the police. Not because you're wrong, but because they scared. Yeah. I mean, that's really the bottom line. They're scared, right? The system is rigged.
Cause this shit ain't no fucking epidemic. This shit been going on for a while.
Right. It's just documented now.
Documented.
That's all.
And before we move on to that, man, that's one of one of my biggest fears that I'm taking power away from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of times we look at our fears and we just give them too much power. And it's like, it's cool to have fear because it keeps you checked and it keeps you balanced. But it's like, man, I'm not giving that power. Like, I'm just trying to be the best version of me.
Yeah.
And if I'm ever in that situation, God forbid, like, keep me away from that. But if I'm ever in that situation, I just have to pray that, you know, what God is and the people around me that's instilled in me is gonna be enough for them to see something in me, like, let me just let this
let them
go.
go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no, for sure.
So, and that's all we can do, man.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Live like that.
No,
you can't, though. And I used to tell my grandma that, too, man, because she watched the news, like, all the time. And if you watch the news all the time, you will stay inside the house.
I didn't watch the news.
You won't ever come outside.
The news is on Facebook.
I
need to know it's live. I don't got to for like, it's live. Just run the camera.
No, I feel you. For real, though. Shit, that fucking news is depressing, dog.
Because no good shit be on that motherfucker.
Yeah. Nothing. No good shit, man.
Hey, I got people with podcasts now at the news. Right. And Monk right there with the camera. Yeah, this nigga fucked up. We live, man. We live. Like, that's all I need. We got Facebook. We good.
Yeah, man. Hey, but like, again, now this is going way off subject again, though. So cool. we gonna leave the terrorist police alone and shit. We gonna keep it moving.
Shout out to all the police that's doing real work.
Cause it's some of y'all. Yeah, some of y'all for sure. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I met some Southfield police and just kind of not chopped up a lot, but it was cool. It's like they was people. They doing their job too. So for those that are putting their lives on the line for us and serving our community, salute to you. We gonna drown out the negative and we're gonna try to build up the positive. So salute to y'all. Have that sting, keep it going, man. We appreciate y'all.
For sure, that's for sure, man.
Now let's talk about the craft, dog. Like,
that's all I'm about to. That's what I'm about to get into.
Let's talk about actually what you do.
Cause we just seen some shit already, and we gonna let you expound on that. But I did want to ask this though. When did you first find out you had a skill? Like, how did it happen? You just fuck around and draw some shit? Like, what happened?
I don't know, man. Shout out to my pops, man. My dad has always been really instrumental in giving me all the tools that I've ever needed. I'm a visual person, so I think it probably starts there. You know, I'm an 80s baby, you know, grew up in the 90s, so that's when like life was life, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have all the technology was the tube, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like Saturday morning cartoons was real, where they used to draw them bitches out, you know what I'm saying?
Comic books and stuff, that shit was real. Yeah.
So for me, man, it started at a young age. Batman, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Do you remember the first one you ever drew? Or is that going back too far?
No, I can actually remember the first one that was good.
Yeah. The first one where you knew you was the shit.
It was like, I was in kindergarten.
Damn.
In kindergarten, I drew a Raphael, bro. Yeah. It was, I had a friend named Dexter. Shout out to Dexter. He was better than me. Yeah. And Dexter, he used to draw. And I haven't told this story in forever, so it's coming back to me right now. Dexter, I used to always try to keep up with Dexter. Yeah. And his stuff was always a little bit more detailed than mine. But I remember one day I was at the crib at the kitchen table, just got finished watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And you know, after the Saturday morning cartoons, all the old shit come on, like the old movies that you ain't never seen on the clearance channels. Like, all right, time to turn that off. And so I went to the kitchen table, started drawing. And I looked up, and I kind of, you sit back and like, damn,
I did that.
And you drew that off memory.
Just drew it off memory.
Damn.
And then I drew it off by watching Dexter too, because I watched how he formulates stuff, and he wasn't that much better than me, but we was kind of like neck and neck. And then I drew a Batman behind that. So after that, I just kind of, everything was history.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
So, I mean, if you want to get it more current, I can get that too. But is that what you was looking for?
No, I want to know from the beginning, where you saw it from the beginning.
That's the beginning, and everything else kind of was like a landslide after that. Like,
damn, so kindergarten is like, what, 5? God damn. I think I was eating peanut butter jelly sandwiches. I wouldn't draw and shit.
So, like, when people, like, my mom used to get excited, like, when people, like, my brother, my brother, he's my only sibling. So he was right behind me. Okay. So we would be drawing together. Yeah. And back when he was all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got trash. Sorry, Coney, you know.
He said he got trash. Damn.
No, he's not that bad. But
he's just not that good.
He's all right, you know. But my mom, she, like, got excited about the feedback that people would give us, like, relatives, like, that's really good. So they always really good at helping encourage me. And from there, high school, teachers, same thing. It's just that I was in the corner by myself. Yeah. They was teaching the class.
Now, with that kind of skill though, did you ever think about maybe pursuing that like scholastically, like trying to go like some kind of art school or some shit?
I tried. They didn't give me enough money.
So you did try it?
Yeah. No, my teachers in high school, I went to a lot of private schools. I went to my mom. So my mom before we got going. My mom was a little bougie. You know what I'm saying? So I was the first, and she tried to do all the right things by me. Right. Parents. Man, don't overthink it, man. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
go with the flow or something.
Listen to your kid a little bit. They kind of know what's on the inside. But I knew at an early age I wanted to be around people that I identify with. And my mom had me instead in the mostly, white schools, Caucasian schools.
Right.
But to that play, it really helped me be diverse.
Yeah.
So, you look at everything in the positive. I got a lot of lumps from it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Not like fights, but it's just like a lot of hard lessons, but it made me a stronger person. Yeah. But yeah, man.
Because it's a culture thing.
It is.
Even if you're from the same, like, people don't understand that. You can be black and white in the same city, but the culture is still different. You know what I'm saying? So it's still
you need all that diversity.
Yeah, you need all that. I know when I left here, and I went to Eastern one is bad, but then I ended up going to Adrian College, and that was like that was culture shock, dog. Like, 'cause I ain't never been around that many white people. You know what I'm saying? When you really are the minority, and you can tell. You know what I'm saying? You said shout out to Adrian though.
I never heard.
What, you got an Adrian story now?
I got an Adrian story.
Oh wow.
PG version of the Adrian story. Long time ago.
Okay.
Shout out to my cousin Trey. My cousin passed away, but he was like my brother, man. Like my younger brother, he's 2 years younger than me.
Okay.
And like I said, I was kind of like the test child. But when I was going to high school, my mom wanted me to go to private school, Christian school. I didn't want to, man. You know my people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was with my people in the summertime during the day camps in Southfield, and my cousins, we all lived in the D, so we spent the night over there back when you had sleepovers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I identify with that, but my mom wanted me to go to private school, and the only reason that it worked, or I was okay with it, was because my cousin Trey was going. She's like, Trey's going, and I was like,
all right.
Right. Cool. Because Trey was the coolest cat you ever met.
Oh, okay.
He was into basketball. His favorite rapper was Fabulous. He's always, ever since we was kids, dude had waves like crazy. Always fresh to death. And I'm just the funny, energetic one. Yeah. So we was like road dogs. So we went through school together, and we got our cars. He had his car first, right? Yeah. I got my car after that. And my car, in the wintertime, we was like chasing girls, man. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, Trey was so cool. You like Fabulous. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you got him on the low.
Right.
You know so my car was not doing good in the snow. He was like, man, I got this girl that want to see us, da-da-da-da. Like, cool, we're going to Adrian. I'm like, where the fuck is Adrian? Like, I didn't even know that. It was like, is that around the east side? Or he's like, nah.
The only time people understand where Adrian is, you tell them, like, it's probably about an hour from the Jackson prison. Like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I was like, no, I don't want to go. If you would have told me that, I'd be like, no, I'm going to stay my ass out. But anyway, man, we went up to Adrian, man. We linked up with a couple nice young ladies, and nothing happened on that end. At least on my end. I don't know what happened with Trey.
Right. Can't speak on him.
Yeah, I can't speak on Trey. But yeah, you speak about different cultures. That was the first time. I can't remember the old girl name. It started with a B, and I want to say, I don't know. Anyway, but anyway, this young lady was mixed. Okay, and
there's a lot of them there.
Yeah, she was mixed, and it was the first time that I actually got to interact with that type of thing, and they have their own challenges, man.
Yeah, they got their own challenges. Yeah.
And I had left her alone because she was trying to get serious with me, but I was like, yo, I ain't ready for them challenges.
They got identity challenges, like for real. Man, especially when you grow up in a place that's mostly white, like either you identifying there or you don't know how to identify with your black side because it ain't no black people to identify with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that shit can be rough.
But she was the sweetest person ever. Yeah. I kind of felt bad, but I didn't want to string her along like, yo,
you did good. See, that was that home raising. Yeah, so you learned that at home, right,
boy? But Adrian, man, it was nothing but love. It was a great time, great memory, man.
That's funny, because not many people even know where Adrian is. So when I said that, and you knew what I was talking about, like, what? Hold on, we gotta talk about that shit. Yep. Yeah, no, that's what's up though. But so, all right, we talked about Raphael. You know what I'm saying? You painting. I mean, well, not painting yet. Drawing turtles and shit.
Turtles.
When was the first time you actually sold a piece though? Like got money for your art?
Ooh. That would be.
Be getting paid for that long? Damn, that throwback money. I was about 8.
I was a teenager when I got into. My parents got me into church. I was one of the church kids. As a teenager, when I was 11, shout out to Word of Faith and G5. G5G. Yeah, man.
I remember that.
I was in G5G when Pastor Joe Gregory was the originator, you know what I'm saying? And that man changed my life forever. You know what I'm saying? Even to this day, I still keep in touch with the Gregories down there in Linked Up Church. So that man changed my life. And I had a group of friends from a youth camp that I didn't want to go to, fighting with mom again.
Right.
I was like, she got the bread, I'm going.
Right. At the end of the day, she making the final say. Yeah, for sure.
So she got me again, but my cousin Julian was going. I was like, and Andrew was going. My best friend Andrew was like, all right. So I go to this youth camp and changed my life. Came back, met a whole group of friends, and from that I started drawing my friends. Yeah. So I would draw my friends, draw portraits, and they would love it, give it to them. And fast forward, I spent maybe 4 years in that youth group, and from there, the youth group started hiring me to do stuff. Like senior year, this is when I can remember something. Senior year, I got into airbrushing. One of my god sisters at the church, Ebony, she introduced me to an artist at Fairlane. Back when they was airbrushing in the mall.
Everything, right? Airbrushing in the mall.
I was rocking the big t-shirts. Every music video in 01 and 02, 03 had the airbrush, everything. So I got in that era. And as a senior in high school, I finally convinced my mom to let me go to Southfield Lathrop. Man, shout out to the Chargers. Lathrop, it ain't there no more.
I was gonna say that boy ain't even over no more.
But so I was selling work there. I was doing senior jerseys and my
selling work.
I used to just do my own stuff. And people was like, "Can you do my shirt?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Right.
So I would do senior jerseys, and my youth group started having me do their customized stuff. I was doing backdrops when we had Friday Night Live.
Right.
It's like, well, you didn't have to be saved or not. Like, we was live, bro. Like, hey, bro, I'm about to go hang out with Word of Faith, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what? When Kirk Franklin was doing Stomp and stuff, that was that era. So I got my feet in that. So I sold work there. And when your church rock with you, when you're doing contracts and stuff,
right? Yeah, you get,
even before that,
working.
Real quick. Now I remember it because that wasn't it. The first big job I ever saw was when I first started airbrushing. I did little stuff, but I got over to Northland Mall. Rest in peace, Northland.
Right.
So Northland, I started doing it. It's gone. I started working there, and this dude came in. I was working with this other dude, D. D was cold, right? The D only liked to do small shit. He couldn't expand his brain and work on big stuff. So these Chaldean guys came in there. I love Chaldean, man. They showed us so much love, man. So this dude came in there.
Because they like us.
Yeah, man. They hustlers, man.
Right,
they
hustlers.
grind.
For sure.
And I went to break. D was like, yo, these guys came in, want us to do a laser tag spot.
So
he was
like
a
whole...
Damn. He was like, man, that ain't me. I can't do it. I was like, shit, I'll do it.
Right.
So I hit them back. They linked up, and I was like maybe 18.
Yeah.
My first $5,000 job.
Right. I was gonna say it's gotta be a major job. That's a lot.
I was gonna undercut it. He was like, nah, man, you can make some real money. Like the Chaldean do something. He's like, you can make some real money. We have a franchise. And it's still together. You can go to Taylor Zap Zone. You can't fuck with me in there. I know the whole maze. I'm the artist.
You're the artist, all right.
It's still standing. I did. I created original characters. So the superheroes came in. They went for licensing. I couldn't do a Batman, so I had to create characters. Doing my dad helped me do plywood cutouts. Painted them in the garage. It's still in there, man.
Damn.
Yep.
Shit.
That's my first one.
That was your first one,
I was like, shit, y'all gonna pay me that? I'll never forget it. So every time, even now, to this day, if I ever get in a rut, I think about that kid
Yeah.
They thought enough of me to pay me $5,000
Hell
for their
yeah.
brand.
Exactly.
And I was like, shit.
And this is their shit. Like, you could have completely, like, killed their brand.
Yeah,
like,
man.
You could have fucked it all up.
I could have fucked it all up. I painted the whole maze, everything, man.
Yeah.
So,
damn, that's what's up.
yeah, we need to get a laser tag thing going, man.
Hell
It's
yeah.
rusty. I don't remember
Yeah.
like that. It had to come back. So,
He lying like a motherfucker. He remember that shit.
No, I just know it was
He
all
remember.
red.
He remember drawing at 5. He remember that shit.
Hey, so here's the thing. If y'all ain't on zone, if y'all don't put me on zone red, I have a disadvantage. So put me on blue or green, I don't remember that shit. Yeah, man, that's crazy that you even asked. I forgot all about that story. Man.
Hell no. See, that's why we
y'all
good
got
at that shit. Hell yeah.
Stuff. Look at that.
All right, now we gonna fast forward though, because we obviously seen all of the shit. So the two I want to ask about, of course, is Tiffany Haddish, of course, and damn, what's it? Tommy from fucking Power. I asked about them two. So like, how did that even happen? Like either one of them. Like which one you want to start with first?
I'll probably start with Tiffany,
okay.
Just because that's kind of where it formulated.
Okay.
So,
just in case y'all didn't know, he painted. Was it airbrush or paint?
Which one, for Tiffany?
For Tiff.
I drew.
All right, you drew. All right, so it was a drawing for Tiffany Haddish, and then he ended up meeting Tiffany Haddish, and then I let him go from there.
Yeah. So,
he actually did that. He did.
Right, he did that. Right.
I did that one time.
He said,
shout
out to
She
Tiff.
look like she the homie though. She like
She do look cool as hell.
She ready crew daily.
Yeah.
But the way that it happened, man, ironically, and it's just kind of just in my mantra. I'm not afraid to put myself out there. I'm not afraid to look goofy.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to get on your damn nerves.
Right.
I don't care. Like,
that's what DJ Khaled used to say all the time.
Just go for it.
Go for it, yeah.
So, to back it up, I guess I'm trying to find a checkpoint to start it because this is a whole story. But long story short, my brother came back from L.A.
Okay.
You know, he was having a hard time out there. If you ever been to L.A., for any significant amount of time, Monk, it's a whole nother culture over there too.
I heard. I heard.
Yeah, it's a lot focused on the image, very materialistic, and even just the grind. They have their own grind. Like they grind out there, they work. But it's really we're not that pretty with it. It's like it's get it done. It's like we in the slums, we get it like Chicago like that. Yeah. But LA is very materialistic, kind of like New York and stuff.
Cosmetic.
Too. It's cosmetic.
Hell
so my brother wanted to get away from that. He's like, I gotta unplug and get back home to the roots. He came back. He didn't really link up with his friends. Kind of spent a lot of time with me, and you know, I'm still fresh. I was on break from work, on the leave, and it was rough, man. And my car went down. Just my dad's truck. Shout out to Dad, Old Faithful. We had the Ram, and my brother, he's like Butterfingers, man. Like he's like. Anytime he gets his hands on anything, he breaks it. And it's not even his fault. Like it's not even his fault. The truck was rough. That's my backup truck. Yeah. And he had to run an errand. The truck broke. I'm like, man.
Your only means of getting around.
Time. And it was
come back from Cali.
And do that shit right.
Come on. So it was a whole bunch of other stuff happening that day. Yeah. And we broke out the Royal Oak. It was summertime. I was like, let's go. It was July. I was like, let's go to Royal Oak, man. I just need to get a change of scenery, get around some white people because they smell good and they always look good. You know what I'm saying? They you know what I'm saying? They like black people. You know, and my brother, he grew up in Birmingham and he's like the token black guy. So white people love my brother. So I was like, let's go out there. We got out there. It wasn't working. Yeah. And I was like really working on self-development. I've had some anger issues in the past as a young, frustrated teen, and trying to find himself in Birmingham and stuff. It was rough. Yeah. So I'm stretching myself, and I remember, man, I was just about to snap. My brother's like, "You good? You good? Cause you usually snap by now." I was like, "Dawg, real shit. I just needed an overload of positive energy right now." And I remember watching the trailer of Girls Trip. Okay. And I was like, anybody who loved me. Or knows me knows I love Regina Hall. Okay. Like so much so, my wife already know the drill. If we ever run, it's probably changed now. It's changed now, but for a long time she knew the drill. If we went to the airport, we went to Regina Hall, and we with the kids, y'all, my sister, and then my nieces and nephews. Like straight up, like that's it. So that was my running joke. But stupid. So I'm serious. So I see this preview, and you know. Tiffany stole the preview.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's gonna be funny. And
Right.
I don't know who the hell that is. She's late, and that just popped in my brain.
Yeah.
I was like, let's go to the movies. He's like, you want to go to the movie? I'm like, yeah. And he teased me the whole time. You want to see Girl Trip? Two niggas want to see Girl Trip.
Right.
He laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
We get in there. He's like, I can't believe we about to see this. And then they open up the scene. So anybody who's ever seen the movie, you know it's about friends. It's about growing up.
Yeah.
And that's what he came back from.
All that shit,
he came back from L.A. to get back to the roots.
Yeah.
And so it
really helped him. Yeah.
No, it hit us right. We like
right.
trying to hold the tears like, dang. Yeah. And then from there, hilarious.
Yeah.
Tiffany, she did her thing.
She stole the show. Yeah, man, she stole the show.
And she had us some big stars on there, and she went to bat, bro. Cause man, she had me in tears.
Tears, man.
For real.
We was in stitches, bro.
She made the movie.
She made the movie.
Yeah,
so that stuck with me.
Yeah.
And then I felt like that was, they say laughter is good for the soul.
Yeah.
I think God was just giving me that antidote of laughter to help me combat what the devil was trying to break. He was trying to break me that day.
Yeah.
So it stuck with me. So to answer that question, just gotta fast forward. I was working on my craft. Mm-hmm. So at that time I was doing 60-minute drawings. Okay. So just black and white drawings on charcoal, just kind of doing that, and it stuck with me. I was trying to get my YouTube up, and not really doing it for anything, just for therapy, And I drew Tiffany, and I was putting my heart into it. Yeah. And my boys, Brandon Simpson and Ryan Allen, they had a song called Lip Service, and they was really timid about it. I was like, y'all need to get it on YouTube or SoundCloud. And they didn't want to do it. I was like, nigga, I got an idea. Man. So they put it on SoundCloud. I connected the song with the video, put it on YouTube, and they started tagging. Yeah. And then my friend said, hey, Tiffany's gonna be in Indiana. One of my my Comic-Con buddies, Brandon, Benfield, he was like, he's gonna be in Indiana. I'm like, I ain't got no bread, bro. Right. I was like, man, I ain't working right now. Right. It's gonna be $100 something. He's like, nah, it's like $20. I was like, what? Run that? Right. I know run that. Get there, rented a car, started working on some stuff, and then before you know it, I'm up at the station. People tried to help me. I emailed her publicist. Okay. And her publicist emailed her best friend and assistant, Selena. Shout out to Selena. And at that time, anybody who knows Selena, Tiffany did a speech, and she shouted out Selena I watched it that day. Yeah. And it was like it went viral. Right. Everybody crying on this stuff. And it was one of the first times that Tiffany really was starting to blow, and that acceptance speech. And so I'm watching it that morning, and Selena calls me that afternoon. Right. And I'm like,
I'm in there. I'm in there, cuz.
Nah, I mixed up stories. That wasn't even that. I done hooked up with them so many times. I just thought about like that.
That's a different story.
And we're going to get into dank later, because I think that was your problem. The dank,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, I just got in the car. I hopped in the car, and my buddy Clayton Thomas, shout out to Clayton in LA, comedian from Detroit, man, awesome comedian, blowing up, went out to LA and just is killing it. He actually helped, and myself, we just linked up there to the show. I just got to the show. I didn't meet with any Tiffany people at that point. Okay. And so I said, I just want to get there. If I can get there and get in the building, that's it. Right. And I got there, I got some flowers, and her stand-up, not to give her show away, but she takes breaks. You know how comedians do. Yeah. Interact with the crowd. And, after everybody seen Girl Trip, the pineapple. Because, grapefruit. Grapefruit.
Yeah, grapefruit.
So the grapefruit scene, everybody excited about the grapefruit. So the fellas in there like, yeah, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, saying all kind of stuff, man. She's interacted. And it got to the point where it got kind of derogatory. I was kind of feeling like, come on, man, she a lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. And so I have bought flowers from CVS, man. On the way up there.
He's there from CVS. I'm just gonna say where I got it from.
Detroit, man.
Right.
Hey, hustle, baby.
So
get it.
I bought some flowers, and she had a thing where she was like, "Any questions?" Yeah. That's her joke. Like, any questions? I was like, she said that shit one more time. Right. I'm gonna say something.
I'm gonna say something. Right.
As soon as I said it, any questions? I was like, ooh. I wasn't ready. I was like, damn. And so I yelled. I was like, I brought gifts, because I had tweeted that I'm bringing gifts, and she liked it. That's the only thing she responded to. Yeah. So I said, I brought gifts. And she looked out the crowd, you brought gifts for me? I was like, yep. I told my lady and everybody else, I was like, watch this. So she was like, you want to bring him up on the stage? I was like,
hell yep. Yeah, right.
And they looked at me like, he about to do this shit. And anybody that knows me, you give me a mic and a stage, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap,
and you can catch the rest on YouTube.
Yeah.
After that, she was crying. and she couldn't get back on her jokes. She was like, I don't fucking know what joke I'm on. She started talking to me. She's like, I'm gonna help you. I wanna connect with you. I wanna change your life. We gotta change black men's lives. This man drove. He's like, I was just praying to God. I was praying to God for an artist and da da da. And you drove here. Yeah. And from there, it was history.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy, dog.
That's 100.
Man,
that's 100. Like, she want to see you grow. She saw the passion in you. Like, that's dope. That's dope.
And so from there, man, I've linked up with her 3 times.
Okay.
The last time I was in Ohio, drove again.
Yeah.
And in Detroit, she came to Detroit. That's the other one you catch out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Man. I did a song with my man Trav B. Ryan. Shout out to Trav, man. And we'll talk, ask me about that in a minute. But Trav, is somebody I'm partnering with this year.
Okay.
You can catch Trav on Lupita Nyong'o's page from Black Panther.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, she, her and the actress that plays Shuri, his sister. You can catch them on her page doing the freestyle, the Black Panther freestyle in the car. Yeah. That's the Trav. We pushed that. That's D.Coney.
Damn,
we pushed that. So it's a story behind that.
That's major.
So we did one for Tiffany first.
Yeah. In
Detroit, she rocked with it and let me come to Ohio.
Yeah.
But she wouldn't let me bring my people. She was like, nah, just you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it was cool. We had a meeting and I realized how God was positioning and why. Right. It's all for positive. Man. Yeah. It's all for positive stuff. So I'm excited about it.
And that's your vibe right now.
All positive vibes only.
So,
positive vibes only.
Yeah, it sounds like we're gonna have you back on the show. You gonna have to bring your mans back with you.
I'm with it, man.
Obviously, y'all got a whole little link.
Hey, y'all, listen. Yeah. If you have not, we gotta get into the comics and stuff, like, cause we'll talk about Tommy and stuff. But but Trav B. Ryan, man, he's a rapper like Big Sean, rapper, like off the dome, like he just flow it. Word. It's easy for him, and he loves superheroes. So what he does is he takes a like a character. Let's say you like Black Panther, or a better one, Red Hood. Anybody knows the Red Hood from Batman? He takes their point of view, interpersonalizes it, and spits the most fire shit you ever heard. And he raps,
Fyrus.
Man, Fyrus.
Fyrus and Googleable.
Flames. Put flames on it one time. Put flames on it. Kevin Hart, whatever. But anyway, so he got one. It's called Red Stars. Yeah. And it's about the Joker beating the shit out of that Robin until he died. And then if anybody knows the Red Hood story, he came back through Ra's al Ghul, and he came back to the Batman team eventually. Right. But first he was a fucking mercenary because he was like, I'm gonna do what Batman won't, and he was like, this is my city, and this song Red Stars is a message to Batman. It's crazy. That's the first one.
And see, that's what I said, man. That's a whole nother session right there.
Yeah, he's a monster. Yeah. He got Deathstroke. Deathstroke, man, like Deathstroke, Black Panther, anyone you can think of. He just spits them up.
Dog, that's crazy.
So we
can you hook that up? Can you bring them back?
Yes. Trav B. Ryan, we're gonna have to hook this up. Right. This is what happens if you was on E-Block Radio and you were a rapper. Yeah, that's how he sound. So
I know.
He hates when I imitate him.
Hey, shit. Damn, we gotta wind it up, huh? Damn, already. What I did want to mention, I know you had mentioned this before.
I could get 2 more in, like quick questions.
Yeah, we was talking about the weed earlier. Yes. All right, this is what me and Money was talking about. We just happened to be talking about the weed, right?
And then when he went outside, and he had a whiff.
Right, and he got a whiff of it, so he's like, what's going on down here? But in the midst of that conversation, though, it was a connection with High Times magazine, though, right? That we was talking about.
Yeah.
Something you want to mention right now, or is it in effect that you want to talk about yet, or you kind of want to?
I'm not sure I want to talk about it yet, but it's look out for some things with High Times.
Okay. Because a lot of times, when it's in the workings, you kind of don't want to.
But yeah, you can be on the radar for it. Yeah. Shout out to Russ at High Times, and we doing some traveling, and this will hopefully put some more fire under it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. So how you at this point though? Well, it hasn't been that long since you completely abandoned corporate America, but at this point though, are you feeling like, yes, I made the right decision, and yes, this was the right time?
100%. Yeah. 100%. Just because I've the love. Yeah. The love against a lot of love, man, from my Instagram, my Comic-Con pages, or family. my Power Ranger family.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never get too big for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I'm kind of Power Rangered out, I always have love for my Power Ranger family because they're the first ones that actually gave me love. And that's how I started making these leaps, to be honest with you. Shout out to my boy Blake Foster, who played the Blue Turbo Ranger on Power Rangers Turbo. He was our age. He was the first one that Saban and them made a Power Ranger. He used to morph, he'd be little, and he'd get big. I used to hate that fool. I'm like, that could have been me. And so me and my brother fortunate enough to link up with him. He's best friends with my brother. He's an investor in Hustle Matters. Okay. So, and then that spawned out to the rest of the cast. Jason David Frank, who played Tommy. Karen Ashley played Aisha, the first black woman on the show. Right. All the rest of the cast. So I'll be back at Power Morphicon this August. Okay. Right before my birthday. So
hey, you got a lot going on.
Yeah,
though.
I mean, we got some things with Sean Schimmel, voice of Goku. Okay. That's a great friend of mine. He's coming to Motor City Comic Con, so we might have to hook up some stuff.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope as hell.
Goku.
Hey, we can do some live shit down there. We can do some live shit down there.
So we're linking up with another podcast, Random Tuesday. So it's all love, man. We ain't segregating nobody.
That's what's up, man. Sure. Before you get out of here, though, man, let the people know what's coming up next. Though. What you got on the horizon? Something that you want to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely.
What you got on the horizon?
Appreciate it. What we got coming up is the YouTube, man. If you're not on, follow me on YouTube. That's probably the one that I'm really trying to blow up the most. Right. It's not D.Coney art on there. It's D.Coney. One of the things I'm really trying to do is bring art to the forefront, but I want people to see me. Right. I want people to see the love,
who the artist is,
and the heartbeat behind the art. Because sometimes with art you feel it. Yeah. But I want it to be real literal. Yeah,
because you can get a better connection when you know who did it. You know what I'm
exactly when I'm linking with these, I'm fortunate. It's all I'm very, very thankful because it's like I went through a whole phase over a long time. Like, why me? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But why not? You know what I'm saying? And so if God said he could call me, I'm gonna go. And so with Tiffany's and Tommy, Joseph Cord,
right,
Tommy. We'll probably hit that on the next one. I'd love to come back, but Joe, he's a very big supporter. I pulled up on that fool.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it on YouTube. Like, dog, you pulled up on that.
I pulled up on it, and that really.
Like, he pulled up to the point where I started like, dog, they had to rehearse that.
No, man, like, was off the cuff. Yeah. Nerves is going, but that just says if you have something beating in you, go after it. And it wasn't my art. It wasn't nothing. It was my hustle that screamed to him, and that's why he came back to Detroit. He messed with me. Yep. So my show is really what I would probably want to push most. Is I'm stocking up the footage right now, so you can kind of see the things from last year, and I got snippets from the projects that I'm doing. So it's called D.Coney's All or Nothing. You can search that on YouTube or just D.Coney. And subscribe, man. You're gonna see these stories. Tiffany, you're gonna see the story of Joe. You're gonna see the story. Big Sean. For sure. You see Sean Schimmel, all that stuff.
Yeah, that's what's up, dog. Yep. Any last parting words you want to leave with the people? Any words of inspiration for maybe some other aspiring artists?
He dropped jewels all the way through.
Right, he dropped jewels all the way through. But maybe it's one coin phrase you want to leave with upcoming artists or anybody who basically pursuing their dreams.
I wouldn't even. Yeah, I do. I wouldn't even leave it up to artists. I think artists will find themselves in there. Yeah. I really want to attack the stigma of negative energy. Right. And selfishness. Yeah. Not to be confused with self.
No, I know what you mean.
You gotta be attentive to self and take care of your mental health and your physical health. But selfishness. Yeah. I'm so about to kill that. Yeah. Everything in me, I'm killing that. This savage shit, it sounds good. But it's not good.
Right. All out for self type of shit.
Yeah, it's balanced, man. So one of the things that I think is attached with is your self belief, or what do they call it? Your self-worth and how you feel about yourself and the mental health that goes with it. And a lot of times we hit a lot of hard times. I'm going through hard times right now. You know what I'm saying? Like both financially, physically, my mom and everything, but everything is improving. Right. And that's what I'm focusing on.
On the positive edge. Yeah. Exactly. You got
to. So if you go to my YouTube page, there's a playlist or channel. It's called 1 Year, the hashtag 1 Year Project. And it's basically different stories of people where you feel stuck. It's like my artwork it's trash, or I'm scared, or I gotta make this money, or I'm about to get put out, or whatever it is.
Whatever it is, right.
I'm about to get my light shut off. Been all that.
Right,
you know?
And
it's like, the weight gets too heavy.
Right.
And sometimes you want to give up. And I have been linked with two young people in the last maybe 3 months maybe 3 or 4 months that came across my path, and I wasn't able to link with them like I wanted to. They ended up committing suicide, man.
What?
Committing suicide. So
damn.
These young people, I'm speaking to Grove Senior High School this Thursday.
Okay.
So I just want to leave that with, it's never too heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's never too heavy, y'all. And if you're stuck, go to that page, man, the 1 year project, and think of that time where you, in a year, man, you can think of one time like, dog, man, I got past that.
Oh man, for real.
But you head onto something, your mom's or somebody sold into you, you read a word, you got on YouTube, got some motivation,
some kind of motivation,
made it through, and you can audit a year from that date and say, damn, I made it. And not only did I make it, I did this, and this.
Exactly.
I started the radio show, I got the podcast, I got this. And all the things that can happen in a year,
for sure.
It's never too hard. So we gotta remind. I think we have to bring that that type of focus more than anything. So that's my passion.
Well, you heard it from D.Coney. It's never too hard.
Hey,
never too hard.
But it takes work, baby. It take a hustle. You gotta work.
Yo, I want to thank my man D.Coney for stopping through the block today, man.
Appreciate it.
For sure, you gonna be back though, right?
I'm coming back.
Cause you gotta bring the homie back.
I'm right over here from the block, man. Right here on the east side, man.
For sure.
East side. I'm on the west side now, so I can flip back and forth. It's all love.
Word. Well, you already know what it is, man. I want to thank everybody for checking out the block today, man. I got my man Money holding it down. And of course, your man's the Hood, Howard Stern, Q Lewis holding it down, man.
Yeah.
one last time, thanks for my man D.Coney falling through.
Nothing.
Hey, all or nothing. Nothing's ever too hard.
Check him out, subscribe.
For sure. You see it down at the bottom, D.Coney. All right, go check out his Instagram. See that shit we talking about, because it's crazy. Make sure you subscribe to that YouTube page.
We getting it.
Peace out, y'all.
Right. That was fun, man.
Yeah, that was dope, though. So you gotta bring my